Say hey, hey, front and back, and just like that you're going down for Heaven's Gate. I gotta tell it to the right, we're going down. Gotta tell it to the left, ain't you doing right? We're going down.
Sort of smooth, really. I put it on the wrong screen first so you could just see the middle of us, which I've changed that now so it's a lot better. I'll make
There
that
it is.
UK VCA a bit bigger.
Oh, I like the fade.
I know, cool, isn't it?
That's
The wonders of
smoothest
OBS.
transition.
ST Vapes thinks he cracked it, but no chance. No chance.
You wonder how OBS works as the wonders of OBS.
I can remember when we first started, the wonders of OBS seemed to fox us for a long, long time. And then all of a sudden, trying to get them to work on an Apple computer was the biggest thing, and it never did, so we
Oh,
just
no,
scrapped
yeah,
it.
that's bad.
And then they invented, was it StreamYard? And now you just click live and off it goes. But we're still old-fashioned. We're old-fashioned from the olden days. We
Yes.
like to use OBS.
OBS.
Hi, peoples in chat. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. We love you, if you remember. Thank you very much for coming. We don't normally have all these people in, so they must be coming in for you guys. Did you like your intro? You'll have to watch it back, because we did you a
I don't
special
recognise
intro.
any of those names.
No? Yeah, let's
Now
shout
you
it
don't
out.
recognize. Yeah, I'm sure
Never
you've
seen it
never
before.
seen
No.
Vaper Bunny or Steam Pugs or Billy Lee Rice. None of that.
I don't know. I don't know who Mr. Ankles is.
Yeah.
Mr. Ankles. The one and
That'll,
only.
that'll teach him, won't it? That'll teach him. That's why I got called Mick for a long time, because I clicked something on Facebook and it kept it. That was a lot longer though. I can't remember what happened there, but I was trying to change something. It was that thing where they decided that you wouldn't be allowed to be called something daft. You had to be a proper name. So I put Mick in the top, and then there was already Mick in the bottom. They went, "Oh, thanks, we'll keep that."
Oh,
For about 6 weeks.
So you could. Yeah. Now you're Mickey Love.
I'm Mickey Love now. I changed it to Mickey Love because that was what Steampunk's called me. Apparently, he's a taxi driver out of one of the things. I've never actually seen Mickey Love in real life, but and then I got a sign through the post. I didn't know who it was from. It was from the lovely Steph Evans with my name on it, look, with the breast cancer logo as well. So
yeah,
let's go through
Facebook's done the
chat.
same. They've done
Sorry.
the same with me because my name was Flat Cap and surname was Vaper, and they kicked off.
Yeah, so you changed it, and it was soon after that when they made me change mine, because I put Late Night Vape Show Mick. So I took the Late Night Vape Show bit out and put Mick in, and it said, "All right, we'll keep that for a bit then."
That's because I grassed on everyone.
Is that what you did?
No.
It was you, was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was Bill.
Angry, grassed. I grassed on everyone. Yeah.
I thought it was Bill. I thought it was Bill that did it. I'm sure it was him. Good evening, Shrek. We love you. Good evening, CC Coles. We love you too. Mr. Ankles? I'm not really sure.
Mr. Ankles is just Josh.
I know it is. Yeah, I know it is. Metal Vape 90. Nice to see you. Golf BN. We love you. Oh, that's Bill. Flat Cap. Hello. Billy Lee. We love you. Yeah, you've got one now. Yeah, it's make you all blue.
Yeah.
Worst case, Connor comes in and you want to put him in 10 seconds time out.
Yeah. Connor's in.
We've done Billy Lee. He can't now because we gave Connor a spanner because we tend to bully him in every other show. So we decided he could bully somebody else when he came in.
Oh.
I know, and it's sweet, really. But I don't know. Have you met him?
I don't think so. Not in person.
No, where you meet him.
You're a lucky guy. No.
we actually like him. We love him to bits, but we just give him some shit. He loves it. Billy Lee, we love you, obviously, again. Good evening, Josh. Booyah. Good evening to you. Barry Jones, good evening to you. Steam Pugs, we love you. Nice to see you. 3D, good evening to you. Legio X Vapes, good evening to you. We love you. and Lizzie Lee Jocks. She's also Legio X. God, I keep saying that. Lizzie Legio X. Good evening to you. We love you. Net Reality. Not really sure about him.
Yeah.
Good evening. Good evening, Faxi. Safe. We love you. That's two things he gets, isn't it? Good evening, Chris. Not doing that one again. Nice to see you. Good evening, Cloud Chucker. We love you. Vaper Bunny, you gorgeous thing. We love you. And good evening. Ooh, there's a lot. Unless we're just going over and over again, are we? I think we're probably...
Yeah, Garrett, Darcy's come in, and Martin Saunders, and Andy Wilkinson. You'll get down to all them. Yeah.
Connor Smith. He's not a member, so I ain't got to love him, thank God. Nobody loves Connor.
Yeah, you've only got to mention the names of the people that are members.
That's what we was going to do. See if we could.
Yeah.
But then we did that where you give them all away, and it started giving to people we'd never even seen before.
Yeah. Yes. When you can give away 10 memberships.
Yeah.
But when you do, it picks who you give them to.
Yeah, you got no choice.
Half the names, you're like, who are these people? They're never in our chat.
I think one of them was the lady that did the GoFundMe for Arlo, and she obviously just joined the channel so she could be nice to us. And anyway, she ended up being a member. Never clicked on it ever before in her life. Good evening, Darcy. Nice to see you. Ben M. Good to see you. Nice to see you. Good evening. Good evening, Garrett. No beer at all for me tonight. I'm a bit dry and sober into the drink since last Wednesday. I gave myself a bit of a fright, so I haven't bothered it since. Had far too much. Martin Saunders, good evening to you. Andy Wilkinson, ankles. Nicky Maynard, he does. He obviously does, doesn't he? We'll have to check that out. What is that? His ankles or everybody else's? Or
I don't think he's fussed really.
Right, it's one of them, is it? So watch out for that.
Any ankles will do.
Good evening, Nikki. We love you. Other Sean, good evening to you. Not that Sean, the other one. Good evening. Nice to see you. Yep. I must admit, I stole that from somewhere the other day. Thanks, dudes. First time for me. Well, it's absolutely lovely to see you. And please make sure you stay on.
Darcy's a legend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, make sure you stay with us. So that's it. That's content. That's all we've got. So we'll wing it from here. Lovely to see you guys. I think this is the third time you've come to see us. The first time was just after you went on to the UK Vape Show. And you were a bit late coming in, and we thought, I wonder if he's binned us, but you hadn't. You turned up. Thank you very much for that. When we had about 8 subscribers.
Yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, those were the days.
I miss those. I miss those.
Miss those days. It used to take you about 4 seconds to go down chat. It was like, hello, Graham. Hello, Ian. Hello, Big D. Hello, Benny. Right, Bill, what do you want to talk about now? But we stuck at it, and we're just approaching 1,300 now. So it's been a bit of a slog. Like you were saying, subscribers are not as easy to come by as they were.
It's so slow now.
I've sort of found out that you can get shorts seem to be the way to actually attract subscribers. But also to lose them as well, because they'll watch something that you put up what they like, and then sometimes they'll clear off because they think, what are they watching this for? You know what I mean? But I have, over the last... Thing is, it took us 3 years to get to 1,000, and we've got nearly 300 in a year, so that's not too bad, I don't think. I think I got the mic a bit too far. So it just is what it is.
Sorry. I kind of think now, if you're doing vape videos on YouTube for subscribers, then choose another profession.
Yeah.
It's not just, it's just, not for that anymore.
No, but they're never really, I mean, I guess it was during the heyday back in the 20,000 teens, whatever it was, 15, 20, 15, 16, 17, 8, when everything was new and shiny and, but not now. No. It's been stomped on, beat on, kicked, beat up, and everything else so much that
it has, definitely.
Just the diehards are around now.
But the thing is, even in this country now, they're having a little dig, so it's set everybody off on a bit of a wobble, isn't it? I mean, there's been a lot of advocacy spoke about over the last week, so we maybe don't need to go into it too much, because I think most things have been covered over the weekend with different shows. But I always thought we were just really safe, and you sort of looked at other countries and thought, well, I'm pleased I don't live there, because it's just being hijacked by politicians, and then all of a sudden the politicians have hijacked it.
Yeah, if it happens one place, it's eventually going to happen in another one. If somebody finds a way to make something out of it or do something with it, then it will eventually find its way everywhere. Yeah.
I honestly think in this country that we've been hijacked for the election, upcoming election. I think that's where they're looking for the soccer mums.
Yeah.
Mick, I have a question. If vaping was banned, what country would you elope to? I would stop vaping. That's what I'd do, to be honest.
Me and Mick would start our own new country called Vapernasia.
Right, I'd go for that. Yeah, but would it be somewhere warmer?
Vapernasia.
Would it be warm?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Right, I'll come then. Right, change your mind now.
I'll be there.
It'll be a nice golf course for Bill.
Okay. I'll come.
We'd have
a nice golf course.
We'd have stack mechs and loads of PG and VG available, and all we'd do, we'd sit about drinking fine champagne and beers, and mixing all day. And occasionally we'd let Graham come out to bring some more nicotine, and we could be rude to him for a week to get it all out of the system, and then we'd send him back on the plane. How's that?
And ban food. I think we ought to do away with food.
We could do,
yeah.
Why?
Because we can. If we got our own country, we ban whatever we want. No food allowed. That's
no food.
One thing I would ban anybody that couldn't look after their own children.
Yeah.
And I would ban anybody that just came to get on my nerves, because when you get to, I'm 58 this year, and I found a lot of people get on my nerves that didn't used to.
What people you know and have known?
People who, not friends as such, but people who you've dealt with for years, and you've put up with their little ups and downs, and then all of a sudden they say to you something to you one day, and you just think, well, it's 20 years too late, but I've really had enough of you. And that's the end of it. That's it. Bye.
Yeah.
You just
Gaz, the last time that I remember you being with us, see if you remember this, you were locked out of the house.
You were. I remember that. You were.
Yep. You were in the garage or building or something, but you couldn't get in the house. And it was about 2:00 in the morning.
I think we'd had a little bit of a drinky. I'm not sure if you'd had a little bit of a drinky.
Yeah.
I definitely had. And we decided to go live and forget to switch the audio on.
And you couldn't get in?
I had to, that's right. I had to keep calling her, keep phoning her until she woke up. She locked the back door. Yeah.
We went live for about half an hour and 20 minutes. We forgot to switch the audio on, so it was just us.
Yeah. It was like about 2 or 3 in the morning, and we were doing it. And you were like, I'm blocked out of the house.
Yeah.
And the look on your face thinking, I've got to wake her up. This ain't going to go well.
You don't want to do that at 2 in the morning.
No. I'll tell you what, though, it's better to do it that way than it is to just come in the house drunk at about 2 in the morning and shove her real hard and say, get up and fix me some breakfast, bitch. That they don't like it all.
That's guaranteed to give you a bruise, that one.
I'd have a black eye, yeah, definitely.
I once popped out to the pub. We were going on holiday the day after. So I popped out to the pub with my brother-in-law just for a couple of pints. 14 hours later, I came back. Absolutely steaming. We were going on holiday the next day. When I got outside the door, I thought, I'm just going to go in really quiet. Put my hand in my pocket. No key. I'd left it in the house. Anyway, so I thought, I'll give her a tap on the door. She come downstairs. And, she was absolutely fine. I couldn't believe it. I thought the day before you go on holiday, you're going to get strangled here. Man, we have been together a lot of years.
Yeah.
Used to it now.
Anyway, let's have a quick shill for the people we like. Onyx. That's what we're vaping on tonight. I am anyway. I've had a bit of a rough old cold this week, and I tend to go for things like that when I've got a bit of a cold.
What one's Onyx?
It's the, I'll give you the proper profile so I don't read it out wrong. A blend of dark berry, gummy bears, aniseed, menthol, and a koala's breath of eucalyptus.
Yeah. I do like the descriptions on the fluid range. The descriptions are proper.
A koala's breath of eucalyptus?
Koala's breath. It's a measurement, though. You've probably never come across it before, living in America, but you've never heard of a koala's breath.
You realize that eucalyptus actually is the koalas eat that, but that
There you go.
basically gets them stoned because they eat so much of it that they basically end up falling asleep and falling out of the tree, right?
That's why I enjoy this so much.
Yes. So that has THC in it, what you're telling us. Huh?
I don't know. They never mentioned that in the blurb. It doesn't say that in it.
Eucalyptus, koalas, eucalyptus, that's why they eat those, is because they get high.
A bit like catnip for cats then.
Yep.
Are you familiar with catnip? And I've got for the
yeah, but catnip, you can roll it up in a paper and it don't get you high, I can tell you that.
I've got
a friend of mine.
From another some Nevermore, which is is it root beer, isn't it?
Root beer.
I'm sure it's root beer. But it's got you can taste it's wintergreen, isn't it? What's in it? And I actually put that in there just because obviously I said I've had a bit of a cold, so I put that in there as well. And that's been in the cupboard for absolutely ages. I bought it at the expo. I can't remember. It must have been last May. And I bought 2 bottles, and that's the second bottle. There's about half of it left, and that's really nice because I'd sort of thought, I'll just check it anyway, just to see if it's a sort of same flavour. It's completely different. It's very nice though. But that also comes out of the Wicklick place, doesn't it? They make that as well. So
So
that's
don't
very
have
nice.
Sex with a koala.
Don't have sex with a koala. Man, at least you'd be minty.
As Darcy says, they're riddled with chlamydia.
Really? According to
Darcy, I guess Darcy must have gotten hold of a bad koala. So I don't know.
according to a thing here ages ago, most people under 30 were riddled with that as well. So I'm just vaping away the last of the Posh Vape Jus with the white chocolate banana. In this, I ain't been vaping it a lot this week, as you can probably see, but and I've got that in that. What's that one? It's version 2 of something, wasn't it? Dead Rabbit V2, isn't it? On the Aegis with the original.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dark Side of the Moon. That was the original one he ever made.
Where's he gone?
Well, we got rid of. Where to get rid of him?
He pops up in chats every now and then.
Does he? I haven't heard or seen him in ages.
He was in Benny's chat for the 200 show, wasn't he in Benny's? And yeah, for the 200 show here a week or 2 ago, he was in Benny's chat for a little bit. He comes into ours every now and then. Yeah.
Yeah, I went out. I was going anyway, and I said I'll meet up with you. And he was only a train journey away. Like it was in a different city. I'm not going to say where he lives, but it was quite easy to get to. And his house is literally an underground train station. You go up the escalator and walk around the corner, and he's there. It was so easy to find. He lives in a beautiful house overlooking the city centre. It's a gorgeous place. And we went and spent the afternoon and got really pissed.
That was root beer. He said
it is,
was root beer.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's root beer. Yeah.
Yeah, because I did a video on the skins, and I got a comment every now and then saying, "Oh, we're gonna get hold of these."
Yeah.
Now I think he pretty much stopped doing those.
He did, yeah.
Yeah,
he did.
Oh yes, Darren. I've meant to have done something for Darren, but I haven't done it yet.
Oh no! How's your stacks going? Are you selling loads?
Loads. No, it's been a little bit quiet recently, but it's doing well.
Yeah,
it's doing well. Quite pleased with it.
Yeah.
Addy stacks.
Atomizer stacks.
Oh,
have you not seen it? Has no one told Bill about Stack?
No.
No, I've got this thing that I had. I've got this thing here. That made on the 3D printer.
Yeah.
Where you get
holes,
pop them all in. I can't think of what the guy's name. It was from Batman's room. The
guy it was. Yeah. I can't remember his name either. That was a couple of years ago. Well, it was 3 or 4 years ago, wasn't it, when he was dead?
Yeah. That would have been back. I think I got that off of him in like 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back during COVID, I think.
Yeah.
That was basically the thing, is I saw so many stands for tanks and mods, but they're all like this is what you get. And I was like, well, I don't want just that. I want something that I can fit in a certain space. So yeah, but basically, Bill, I'll grab one.
All right. Let's see one.
I'll grab one. That's a basic stand. And these trays, you can have whatever sizes you want. So 30 millimeters, 28s. I've got some for batteries. And you just put them together with the poles and stack them up.
So you can actually personalize it to your collection. rather than
so
buying
you just
one.
have your whole wall covered in them.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
and then I've got giant ones as well. So you've got a huge base.
Yeah.
that's
and then
smart.
you can stack on the back of that as well. So it's basically the idea.
Do you put people's names on them, or are they all with the Atty Stack? Like, I know you did a Bogan one, didn't you, for a benefit for Bogan to move over here?
Yeah. So they're still up actually. The Bogan, I've got them there somewhere.
Oh, they're selling well.
Got a couple up
Because they're cool, aren't they?
So yeah, basically, the Bogan ones, 50% of the sales, and you can read what that says.
To be honest, I can't really.
Addy stack your DK off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'd be able to stand my Bogan mod in one of them. It'd just be perfect. I'd be able to stand my Bogan mod in one of them, wouldn't I? Have you seen
one?
Have you ever seen one?
That cute one.
Oh, I remember you getting that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. I haven't got the tattoos to go with it as well.
That's got to be rare, isn't it?
There's only 50 made. And that's number 36. And presumably Bogan's will be number 1 with no number on it. Came from Vulcan Mods in Russia. I tell you what, it is.
And M likes the Addy stacks. Got 3 of them.
There you go.
I wonder if they're stacked.
Where do you sell them to? What do you sell them through? Through your website?
Yeah, all on the website. Yeah. All on the website.
What's the website called? Just to remind everybody.
Well, there's attystack.co.uk, and then the link when you're on the site, it sends you to vapingstyle.co.uk.
Ah, right. You've done it that way. I didn't know if you put it on Vaping Style. Or...
Yeah.
So if you want to go out and get one of them.
Keeps hold of the money then.
Ah, see, you never actually see any of it then. You do all the work and then she keeps all the cash.
That's right. Well, she deals with the postage, so that's the bit I hate the most.
It's not as easy nowadays in the UK, is it? It used to be little post offices spread about the land, and now you've got to go up somewhere and stand in a queue because there's only...
Yeah, and recently,
in our town.
they charge you, I think it's another 14p just for dropping the parcel off. So we package it all up, print the label off, put it on, take it to the post office, and then they charge you like 14p.
You need to talk to Graham. He just walks next door and throws it in a bin, and they pick it up and take off with it and don't charge him shit.
That's why they always charge you when you get there.
Ridiculous.
360-ish for it. Still some available. Yeah, the only problem was if you bought it from Mother Russia at the time, the only one they could get it out with was DHL, and I think it was something like €80 or $80 for postage for that Mac mod.
Ah.
It was one of those impulse buys. I got up on a Saturday morning late like I always do because I basically work nights. And all of a sudden I saw his video and I didn't know the thing existed, but it was saying basically they weren't selling any because of the problems with Russia and Ukraine. So he came on and said, just remember this guy's just Russian, you know what I mean? He's not the one what's... and I thought, I wonder what that is. And click, click, click. And about 20 minutes later I bought one.
Just like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Brilliant.
Ads are annoying. If you go premium, you're fine. Hang on, let's give old Ankles a bloody spanner so we can do something.
Oh, the ads on. Yeah, you wouldn't mind if you earned a few quid out of them.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised today because I looked at my bank account and since my daughter's not been very well, I've not worked as hard as I should do. So things aren't as good as they used to be. I haven't got the money available. And I thought, it might be a bit tight this week. And I looked and YouTube had paid me.
Right, yeah.
So there's a bonus. It is nice to earn a bit, but most of ours come from members. It's not from anything off the videos. You get the occasional thing, don't you? I don't know if you've probably heard this before, but 52,000 views on a Vapresso pod mod, which I can't remember what one it was. And because it was a vaping thing, I got something like 19p for that. And then 13,000 views on a thing doing a card machine that I use for my business. 13,000 views, 13 quid. So basically, you know. So if you could keep doing that every day, or, all month, you wouldn't be so bad, would you, really?
But they still roll their ads over vape videos, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you just get you blocked, Dion. That's all you got to do.
Well, yeah. Either that or go premium like I did. And if you get the family pack, you can send it to your friends as well. In fact, you could even share it out. If all of you got together and got a family pack, 6 of you could go together and pay about £3 a month each, and you could all have a channel.
when you have premium, though,
go on.
when you have premium and then you use someone else's phone or something that doesn't have premium, and you see an ad, you're like, what's happened?
What is that?
It throws you.
Yeah, it does.
It's really weird.
What they do with lives, though, they'll put ads on the live, and then at the end of it, when it uploads, they demonetize it. So then they don't put ads on it, do they?
Cheeky.
When it's yeah. I've noticed now, if I upload a short, even if it's got nothing to do, I'm sat in the kitchen, so there's no vape signage, no vaping going on, and I'll put a short up completely unrelated to anything to do with vaping, and they'll put limited AdSense on it because it doesn't fit the criteria. And then you press appeal, and immediately it will grant it, so it has got it.
So your channel's been tarnished then, basically.
Yes, it has. Yes, they'll give it a bit of a rub. Bless you, Martin. Thank you very much. Mick's beef fund, as he does not flush at the moment. What does that mean?
It means you look a little white. You look peaky.
Do I?
You look Grahamish. Yeah, you're
You're
almost matching your walls, Mick.
I haven't been particularly well.
You haven't got any color in you, is what it is. Yeah.
No.
Give your cheeks a bit of a slap.
Well, even the kids have got a bit. Well, I've had that bug thing that everybody else has had this week, so I felt like death.
Right.
And you don't,
Kind of like Uncle Lester on the Addams Family or whatever it was.
Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester. Yeah, Fester. That was.
I need to do my makeup.
That's you kind of do. He's kind of had that white. You've got that going on right now.
What, the black eyes?
Play Uncle Fester right now.
Your Uncle Fester's cousin.
I ain't been away since September ever. That's the trouble.
You need some sun.
That's what it is. I'm usually away 3 or 4 times a year, but we ended up coming back halfway through that holiday. And then we missed the January one. So that's it, really. But I say, I
Could have been
ain't
with
very
me
well.
today. That's why I'm white from here up and got a little color from here down. It's because I had the hat on while I was out.
I'll tell you what I'll do if I do this.
Tan. Yeah, yeah, that might work. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Get the blood pressure up a bit.
Smack
Ears
yourself
popped.
real hard about 8 or 10
Usually,
times.
usually when I come on here, I'm half pissed and then your face goes red because of the booze, isn't it? That's what it is.
That's what
It's supposed to be beer fun, not beet fun. I thought he was trying to turn you. I thought he was trying to turn you beet red. I thought he was trying to help your color. So it turns out he was just trying to get you drunk and take advantage of you.
Hello, Zippy. We don't love you, but we do, if that's all right.
Zippy, what's going on?
Mr. Ankles is right there. Mick's voice helps me sleep.
Yeah, that's what my wife said. As soon as I talk, she gets bored.
Yeah.
And nods off, yeah.
It's nothing to do with the 500 quid's worth of audio equipment. I actually sound like a 13-year-old girl when I talk in real life. I had a bit of luck with this microphone. I got it for a couple of £100, and I then thought it was a fake, and took me weeks to prove it wasn't to myself because it was only me that was bothering. And then I added a few other little bits to it, like a mixer and a fet head to boost the audio up as it goes in. Then a few tweaks in OBS, and it comes out like this. So.
Perfect. Lovely.
Yeah. They are. Most you do see a lot of them around YouTube, especially on the expensive podcasts. I think, well, John Proper Coils, he's got one as well. Talking about expensive podcasts.
Yeah.
Did we give Josh a spanner and then he didn't shill it out like he said he was going to? I don't know.
Just basking in glory.
Just basking in glory,
Yeah.
Bless him. Hey, Mickey Maynard. Hey!
Okay.
Change his name to Mickey.
Fan.
Do you mix liquids then, guys?
Sorry?
Do you mix your own e-liquids, or are you just commercial?
Yeah, very rarely do I. I did about 6 months ago. I had a little binge of mixing. Just I could go on ELR and find a recipe and make it up fine, no problems at all. But trying to be like creative, and what I learned very quickly was once you know a concentrate, a specific flavor, and you know what percentage is good at, then you're fine, because then you know that's the safe percentage. I use that, and then I can start playing around with other things. But to learn the catalog of concentrates, I was like, I can't be dealing with this.
Like when you're talking to that reality.
I mix. I have no clue what I'm doing, but I still mix.
I look for the recommended and then sometimes think, that's a bit strong, and then I knock it down a bit and it seems to come out reasonably well. I mean, there is some stuff you make and you think, oh my days, That's vile.
My theory is if you mix big bottles like this, if you just mix big,
got
huge
to-
bottles, then what happens is, even if it tastes like shit, you're going to go ahead and vape it because you ain't throwing that much away. So that's my theory. So that's how I
That's
make my
good.
stuff.
I like that logic. Yeah, that makes sense.
The other thing is sometimes you stand a crap bottle, you leave it there and you leave it there and you leave it there and you leave it there, and then about 4 or 5 months later you think I'll throw that away, and you take the top off, give it a sniff, and then you give it a knuckle test. You think, might try it, and it turns out to be fine. It's just gone together.
Just needed a 6-month steep. That's all.
I could be a smooth FM DJ with that, Mac. Voice like velvet.
Yeah. Too right.
Why do you think I've been married for 40 years? She walks in and I tell her how gorgeous she is, and she sits down with the candlelight.
How did you meet? Did you meet on the phone then?
No. Actually, here's the truth. We've been together for a lot of years. I was only 16 when I met her. And soon after, we were having my daughter.
Right.
And we've been, a lot of, if it had been nowadays, we'd have been split up 3 weeks later because of one-to-one commitment, as soon as my daughter was born. But I'm a bit old school, and it's like, and we're still together and we love each other to bits. And we've been married 40 years in November.
40, wow, well done.
Yeah, my daughter was at the wedding. And we had a boy as well. So, we've got 4 grandkids and a couple of son-in-laws. We get rid of them, but we've still got them. And everything seems quite cool.
Excellent.
But it doesn't work for everybody, does it? Really?
No, it's
Well, you've been married a long while, haven't you, guys?
12 years this year.
Are you really?
Huh?
How many kids have you got?
3.
Really?
Boy
What
and
boys?
6-year-old twins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Twin girls. Nightmare. How old are
No,
they?
boy girl twins.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a 10-year-old boy, and then the twins are boy girl.
Wow.
Yeah, they're it's funny. I've always said it's like a science experiment with the boy girl twins.
Yeah.
Because go back 5-6 years, and all the gender stuff was really kicking off.
Mm-hmm.
About you can't assume someone's gender and all this kind of stuff. So I've made it like my lifelong challenge now to monitor boy and girl and see, and there's just natural tendencies to boys and girls.
Yeah, there is.
Just
Amazing.
Because our girl, she's not a girly girl, but she kind of likes it a bit, but she still wants to muck around with the boys, but just even from an early on, there's a clear difference between genders.
Yeah, the young boy, the tiny boy, the little baby boy farts and grins. I think farts are funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. Little girls do it all.
Girl farts are
Little girl farts and goes.
It's the emotions I can't deal with girls. I grew up with 3 brothers, so we just play fighting.
I grew up with 2. I didn't know anything about girls till we had one.
Yeah, same here. She went with my wife to look at in the pet shop about a week ago.
Yeah.
And she come home, and Mrs. Flatcap said, "Oh, she wants to ask you something." And she come in and she goes, "Oh, I want a guinea pig." "Oh, we're not having a guinea pig." I said, why do you want a guinea pig? And she just literally just cried and went, "They're so cute," and just started crying. I don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah.
So
do you have a guinea pig?
Of course he does.
No.
All right.
No.
You're
I
stronger
said,
than I
"I'm a
ever
brick
was.
wall." I said, no.
Mean bastard, you.
Yeah.
I swear.
I said, "That'll give you a reason to cry."
Hell.
That's,
clean the chimney.
Yes. I could never say no to my daughter to anything, and even now she's so gorgeous, and she lights my life up when she walks in, and she's also got 3 daughters and a son, and it's funny because the son, my grandson, I tell him where to get off and all sorts of things, if you know what I mean. He's 14 years old. But the 3 girls are little princesses to me. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
The eldest one, she's 18, and she's so pretty. She looks just like her mother. And then the youngest one was only born in August, and she's just finding a way, to smile and stuff like that. But they're brilliant. And the 3-year-old, she's a ginger, so she's the most beautiful thing ever. She walks in, until she gets a little bit annoyed about something, then she turns into the devil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the one thing about her is you know exactly what she's thinking at any point.
Mr. Ankles, you got to be a little careful with those.
Yeah, you have with a Lincoln.
With the links, with them being vape related, they don't like that.
Yeah.
They can be really mardy if you put them in.
Yep.
To be honest, that's why we normally just say head over to whatever, and you know they leave you alone for that. I'm not saying they're going to be closely monitoring the channel with 1,300 subs on, but when we get to 500,000, sort of in 20 years' time,
then they'll take this video down, and we won't be able to sit and watch it. I won't be 120 in my rocking chair going, I remember that cat guy? What was his name again?
yeah, he went on to make $1 million out of Atty stacks. That was in the amazing days before the apocalypse, when we all went back to smoking and started downing cancer like they wanted us to. Custom not your thing, no problems. Check out the Legio X range. Exactly. Get the naughty corner as well. So UK VCA, let's have a quick 2 minutes about that. We actually made a Facebook group up. Vic was on about somebody needed to do something. I'd had loads of drinks, so I decided to make a Facebook group up called the UK Vaping Community Association. And Gaz is obviously an admin in there. Just it's not really, you know, there's no hierarchy or anything like that. There's a few admins in there just to make sure you don't keep putting bloody hand checks in there and showing the vape collection, because there's enough groups to put that in there, really.
Yeah.
This is what I'm vaping on today.
No, I think he's got a lot of potential.
I think, yeah. And then obviously the lovely Solome decided he was going to become an artist and made the artwork for it, which is that's what's on the screen now. That and a thing and then we created a YouTube channel as well, which we haven't actually used at all. So all the casters have got the login details to go on and put anything they want on the YouTube channel. And
so if like I put a video up on my channel and it gets banned, I can just put it on that one.
Well, it'd be probably better if you didn't. I suppose it's a good way and go and try it out, isn't it? So I'm not really sure of this one. I might get copyrighted, so I'll try it on that one, see if it gets put off.
Yeah, yeah. Or I might put a video on there asking people to subscribe to my channel. You should do that with yours as well, actually.
You could do that. Just put a load of hand checks on it as well. Vapresso. Yeah. What? The Vapresso ones are the worst. Have you noticed? They're all sat there, aren't they, with the Vapresso pod at the side of the face. I vape this all the time. Yeah, but we've got no juice in it.
Yeah. Drives you mad.
Some zippy, but I haven't made it in a while. I still have the stuff. I've been doing some vanilla custard, strawberry custard, and a little bit of salted caramel lately. Yeah. I got a see there's
okay, there you go. It's got the Vapresso
with liquid in it.
She's now turned into an influencer.
Well, it seems like all the disposable devices now are going. I don't know if you've seen, speaking of Vaporesso, I don't know if you've seen this.
Wow.
So, and Vaporesso aren't the only ones that are doing this. This is basically a, let me get a new one. I think Riot Squad have got one coming out as well.
They stopped sending anything out to me. They've changed it. I used to get it through one bloke and he moved companies and I've never seen anything since. But...
So that's the basic device, rechargeable. Yeah. And then in the bottom, you just slide in a pre-filled pod.
There you go. So now it's not a disposable, is it? So you can't ban it.
But the device still is. There you go. Look, you get these little bottles of urine. and you just pop it in and then you push the button and it refills the pod, which is a great idea.
Yeah.
But once the bottle's gone or the coil burns out, you've got to bin the whole thing anyway.
So it's still a disposable then.
So it's still a disposable, but the puff limit's gone up because you've got more e-liquid. But yeah, it's just
so it's
frustrating. It's like they've gone half in the right direction, but not fully.
So they gave him a chance. Do you think though that's been designed before they actually announced it in the UK, or do you think that's been designed?
I think most of the stuff, most of the stuff that's out right now would have been designed a while back. Stuff doesn't. I don't
is it
think
3 weeks?
Designed and out a week later or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Because it's probably just. I know. I won't say who it is but it's a big channel, but you won't see him on a live show. He was explaining to us once that that's what the way China was going was to do these click together things. He didn't say click as in that, but he meant these refillable pods that you put on a battery that you can recharge. He didn't say about the other thing.
Well, I hope the Riot Squad one is different that I've seen, but I don't know. I think it might still be exactly the same thing where once the pod dies, you still stuff. So it's still, everyone's saying a delayed disposable is, pointless. It's a shame because they're only one step away from it being fully reusable.
Yeah.
Just right. Like this. You just, this part is all you buy, and then you chunk that, and you've got this days, and you just pop another one.
The thing is with them, if you move on to I've moved them all now, but if you move on to that, I can't remember the range now, but you could actually get pods that you threw away, or you could interchange them with pods where you could change the coils in. So it went from, the only thing that, obviously the battery would die in a year and a half, but that was as disposable as it got. What did they call them? These here?
They have spies in the government. Oh, yes.
These. I can't remember the name of them. Oh, the Lux X. And some of them have got fixed pods. You know about these, don't you guys? Because obviously you've got them yourself. And then all the ones up to the GTX coils, depending which one you want to do. And all the pods are interchangeable with each different one apart from that brightly coloured one.
See, I still can't. I think I have this problem in my mind all the time because I think, have I just been vaping so long now that I forget what it's like to be new at vaping?
Yeah.
And with it being so easy now with disposables, it's like people try vaping through disposables and they go, oh, well, this is vaping then. So now I'm vaping. Yeah. So then if you all of a sudden throw separate e-liquid and a coil it to mix, it's just too much. Yeah. Whereas obviously back when we all started vaping, it was a lot different. That was kind of how it was, depending on when you started, you might be making your own coils, Yeah.
It's the convenience. I mean, it's just hey, I can just go pick this thing up and stick it in my pocket and do it. It's the same as you just go out and buy a pack of cigarettes, open it up, pull one out and smoke it.
There you go.
It's the same thing. You're just going out, getting this, and then when you're done, you throw the pack away, get another one. You don't have to do any work. You don't have to put any e-liquid in. You don't have to put coils in it. You don't have to do all this other stuff. That's what sold. I mean, that's why they took off so well, is because they were convenient and good.
And they allowed them to sell them for about 5 years. Why didn't they just stop them as soon as they came in? It's been like,
they just made them all like a liter size.
Yeah, liter.
Then you wouldn't be able to hide them and do this, that, and the other. And basically they could have gone on, but they made them small and hideable and everything else. And so, people could get them and do them that weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
I thought of a solution to the disposables. I thought they could keep disposables, but you have to roll them yourself.
Roll your own disposable. There you go.
You have to roll. Yeah, you have to roll them up like a roll up. Kids would struggle. Their fingers are stupid. So
they could send you a plastic tube out and a roll of that cotton stuff. Plastic tube, like a pen, open pen thing.
Yeah, or you can make it so
little battery. It's only a little battery, isn't it?
Yeah,
shove it all together. Pop the back.
You get here's what you do. You get the disposable. You get the disposable, but in order to make the thing work, you had to write in cursive. And since all of them can't write in cursive now, they wouldn't be able to use them.
That's right.
Or you could just put like a regular clock on it with the hands going around and not digital, and said, you can only open this at 3 o'clock, and they wouldn't be able to get it done. So,
the other thing, you could put a dial on it, like on an old telephone, and unless the dial in a certain number, it wouldn't work. They would have no idea with that, would they? Or you had to have a conversation
only
with
old people wouldn't be able to use it.
Yeah.
Or you had to have a conversation with it as well, because they can't do that either, can they?
Yeah, that's true.
An AI-powered disposable that you have to roll up.
There you go. You should totally run with that. How's that?
Yeah, sounds good.
What juice you going to use?
Like a 5-speed automobile, and most people, all the kids now just know how to drive automatics over here, so they wouldn't be able to get in it if they had to shift gears to.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more automatics over here as well. There's loads of them.
Yeah.
There was never a thing over here. It was always stick, but there's a lot of them now. Most cars that you look at, I was looking around last week. Mine gets on my nerves periodically, and I think I'll sell you bugger. And so I started looking around, and the 3 cars I looked at, what would be any good for me, were all automatic in the same garage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Whereas that would, yeah. Once upon a time, you'd have been lucky. You'd have had to buy one, an automatic. Everybody buys auto now.
Yeah.
Like a cassette tape, you need to cover the tab to use it. Those were the days, weren't they, when you wanted to re-record over something?
Then you had to have a pencil in case it all come out on you, so you could rewind it back up.
Fuck's sake. Earbud just fell in the bog. What on earth were you doing in the bog listening to us? It's that velvety voice. That's what he's gone for.
Yeah.
Up and down, up and down. We are making sweeping generalizations about youths. I think you're right.
That's what you do.
You got to remember, though, I know some youths. My granddaughter started vaping. She decided she liked a disposable. And then one day, I don't know where she bought it from, but it made her gums bleed. So she said, I'm not doing that anymore. And that was the end of that.
Oh.
That's the other thing. Make them also, they make your gums bleed. They stop doing it.
I think most of them do, or some of them do. Mine's automatic. It's all right. Martin was just saying. Go on, sorry.
No, it's all right. You carry on.
Martin was saying he changed to an automatic, and you won't go back if you've tried one. I've had quite a few, to be honest. The only thing I did have was I had a problem with a Skoda. Good idea, Faxi.
Makes the point, Faxi. Love it.
Yes. I'm not going there.
I once had I don't know. I don't know whether would a comma help that one out, because it could say anything, couldn't it? Really?
I almost said something, and I stopped.
Anyway, that's Fax's opinion.
We know what you meant, Faxi.
Yeah, we will not call you the P word. That's
look at that one. Look at other Sean Faxi. Shakespeare.
We're worried about a link to a vape shop, and then you've got Faxi written there.
Gum bleeding is a thing, but I've yet to understand why. Well, sometimes if you don't clean your teeth, it doesn't do it. Mr. Nevins will tell you exactly why it does it, because certain flavours also recede your gums. It doesn't disappoint. But yeah, poor choice of words. Brummy, good evening. We love you. Yeah, fuck them up. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, I once got a Skoda and the DSG went wrong, and to actually buy a DSG gearbox for a Skoda or Volkswagen or Audi or whatever else to put it in, they actually put a one in the Veyron as well, but obviously a bit beefed up because it was 1,000 bhp. $3,500 off the shelf, and then you've got to get somebody to fit it. So that always. If I was watching a video on buying a used car, buying a used automatic, and the guy what was on there, he was going around and he said, if you're going to buy a used automatic, make sure it is just an automatic, not a flappy paddle amazing thing that's perfect when it's under warranty when it's new. Yeah. And he listed ones not to buy, and one of them was the VAG Group's DSG gearbox because of the problems you can have with it. If you actually see a DSG in bits, it's an amazing thing. It's got 2 clutch plates and a shaft.
I bet you are.
Cost me 1,800 quid to round it up.
Me and the missus are looking at a new car. Well, I say new car, but a new used car. And we saw one the other week. Exactly what we want. But the steering wheel looked like whoever drove it must have had sandpaper hands. The car's like 3 years old, and the steering wheel just looked.
Really?
I don't get it.
I had a problem with mine. It's 4 years old, and it's a leather steering wheel. And the person who owned it before was it come from the Motability scheme. And the person who had it before had obviously got quite a serious disability because they'd had a steering knob on the steering wheel. So consequently, they'd been using the steering knob on the steering wheel, and the rest of the leather had gone off. So as soon as you grabbed hold of it, it looked like it'd been down the pit for a month after. And in the end, I just wiped it around with a wet wipe, and then some of the leather where the knob had been actually came off, so it looks like it's done 1,000,000 miles now, but it hasn't. But I think you might be able to condition it out, because they're not rubber anymore, are they? They're usually something else.
Some other, yeah. Apparently, they're not cheap to replace with the airbags and everything else. So
Well, your airbag will go back in. You could buy a second-hand.
okay.
You could buy a second-hand steering wheel if you look on eBay or somewhere. One for mine. It's got the flappy gearbox, but you could pick one up for just over £100. But then obviously you've got to have it fitted and whatever. Well, you could pick a second-hand one up. It just depends if the disabled person's had that one and all the leather's gone off, doesn't it? Really? Could be a bit of a waste of time.
Yeah. Oh dear. Everyone's popping in. Everyone's about flipping what? An hour late.
Mr. Waits, nice to see you. A lot of people have changed their thing to flavours saved my life, but then the trouble is when you look at them in that size, you can't always tell who it is. Then.
Hey, I watched a vaping Brummy review the other day.
Doing all right, isn't he?
Yeah. It's nice to see a new face. Fresh meat.
It is. Yeah, fresh meat.
Yeah.
Fresh meat.
Mick put it on the YouTube. I mean, on the Facebook page.
I did, yeah.
You clicked on it and you went
Yeah, that's how I
there.
found it. That's how I found it, to be fair.
When we started, if nobody had helped us, nobody had helped us, we wouldn't have got anywhere near where we've got to now. So I always remember that the way people helped us and try and help other people out as well.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what you need to do.
It's easy to forget when you start. Just someone posting a link or just mentioning you on a stream. It means a lot. Yeah.
I used to.
Hi, Hanky.
I used to try and get people to do it. I was quite lucky. I got on the Fagan show. Went on the massive one that they used to do on a Thursday night. I actually got on there and we came off with 50 on there. We went on with Vic, come off with 200 more on there. And that really got us going because it's a long old slog, isn't it? I mean, it must be even worse now, but it really did. It takes a lot to do. And you go up 10 and then drop 2 and then go up 5 and drop 3. And you just think, oh, I've got all that to do again. And you're trying to think of content to put on to get people to watch it. But it's a big D. What, big D? Big D?
Big D.
No. Oh, Big Darren, maybe.
No, Martin, I drive a Ford Escape.
We drive the same car.
Yeah.
Mine's called a Cougar. Bill drives an Escape.
I drive a Ford Escape, but they're the same vehicle. Well,
Yeah,
actually, not the same vehicle. Mine's black and yours isn't.
Mine's silver. Your steering wheel's on the wrong side. Mine's on the right one.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though, it gets fantastic gas mileage. I was driving down the road not long ago, and I looked up, and it just turned 50,000 miles. And I looked down, I had a half a tank. I was like, damn.
Oh, Big Darren. I was looking for Big D Vapes, to be honest. I thought, why has he come back?
Yeah.
Oh, why has he come back? Not why has he come back?
Yep.
Night, Darcy.
Good night, Darcy. Nice to see you. Hang around. Come and see us again. Can you hear the cat snoring?
It's your voice. You're putting him to sleep.
Put him to sleep. Put myself to sleep.
Knocked another one out.
So you're not reviewing anymore, or you haven't got anything to review anymore, or you're just more interested in doing lives? Or?
Yeah, I'm just doing I'm not. I kind of stuck at it for almost 5 years.
Yeah.
Very regularly with videos, and just kind of thought I'm kind of not bored of it. Just want to do other things now. You know, when you do 3 videos a week on average, roughly for 5 years,
Yeah.
it takes its toll.
I like the other flat cap, though, the guy that you talked to in there back and
Malcolm.
forth. He was always so much better.
That must have took a lot of work, did it? How many hours did it take? How many hours did it take to make one of them videos when you had Malcolm?
Well, now with AI, that might be a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Probably, yeah. Could have multiple me's. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do one with Graham sat at the back complaining about something.
Well, you just get Graham on. That'll work.
Yeah.
What do you think, Graham?
They're complaining about something.
What do you think, Graham? Everything's shit. Everything's shit. What do you think to the weather? Too hot, too cold. Oh, I'm not happy.
Yeah. I like the other thing you shared was, we're doomed. We're doomed.
That's Dad's Army. Have you watched an episode of that, Bill?
I saw that. Yeah.
Just follow it. Have a look on YouTube. Look for old Dad's Army stuff. They're all dead now, I think. I think he was the last one when Ian Laban to go the other week.
Oh, really? Wow.
John Le Mazur, Arthur Lowe. They must be because they're old in them days, weren't they? The rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still running across Monty Python skits I didn't know existed. That's the weird part because I've watched thousands of them, but every now and then I still come across one that I'm like, wow, because even in the shorts, every now and then you'll get a short and it'll be like, oh, I don't remember this one.
No. I love Monty Python as well. I love Monty Python films. I wasn't so keen about the actual show, the Flying Circus thing. I didn't really get that at all, to be honest. But I love the films. Let's see if anybody else is saying anything. Everybody's pumping your show. Everybody that's in here knows exactly who you are and watches your show. But anyway, you can keep pumping it if you want.
I don't know how they know who you are.
I pay him a lot to do that.
You're not very recognizable. Yeah.
Don't tell me your name, Pike.
I enjoyed doing the Friday thing. The Friday show.
Oh, yeah. Fun. Yeah, obviously.
What Hanky say?
How are you feeling now, Bill?
Oh.
He was checking out. He was asking about your general health.
Yeah,
because you went there last week.
Generally pretty good. I'm great. I've never been better.
That's what you should have said. What Shrek put afterwards?
Just fan.
Tis but a scratch. You're on a walker the week before, weren't you? You weren't very well at all.
Yeah, I've still got it over here. Don't I?
Just in case.
It kind of comes and goes. I use it. There's slight pain walking around sometimes, and I'll grab it and just zip down the hall. The cat makes it rather difficult. You're going down a narrow hallway in the house with the walker trying to go down through, and the cat just goes and gets out in front of you and lays down across the hallway. The little witch, it's like she knows. It's like, hey, move, and then you got to pull it, and you got to try to get around it and scoot her out of the way to get back on the other. So it's useless to take the damn thing anyhow. The cat's like, stop using that damn thing. Get the hell out of there.
I was saying the other day, that cat of ours, he'll be fast asleep in bed, and then all of a sudden he wants to go out. So he makes the biggest load of noise, banging, clanging, ripping the bed apart, just clawing it, and then you wake up like, what bloody cat that? And then he'll be laid on the top step looking like, oh, did you hear that noise? It woke me as well. Then you get downstairs and open the door and it's raining. It's like, I'm not really sure I'm going out. You think, yes, you are.
Just sit there. Yeah.
He's definitely going out by that point. I said, you are going out. Yeah. Out. Anyway, we've been here for an hour. That was pretty quick. I don't know where these hours go, to be honest. It just disappears, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah.
Well, yeah, sometimes. Yeah. There's always the odd show that you do, and you think, well, I wish I hadn't really started this one tonight. I could have just said I'm not very well and watched the telly. But recently, I was on with Benny last week, and we were on for an hour and a half, and it just disappeared. It just goes.
Benny can do that, though. Benny can make time fly. That's one of his traits.
Yeah. I was watching last night with Phil, and I can't remember the other guy's name who works for.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, they were good. It was good. I enjoyed watching it. It was nice. Just nice to see it from another point of view, because obviously, like we're sort of here, and it's like, oh, well, they're going to take our flavours off us. We're not going to be able to vape, and it's going to be awful, and this, that, and the other. And then when you actually hear it, sometimes from the trade, it changes a little bit. I'm not really very trusted in government. I don't think they tell the truth a lot.
Yeah,
Pink Floyd were right a lot of years ago.
Yeah.
And once you get started, I was one that actually said, I told you so. I was one that actually said, if you don't let them ban anything, because when they start, they can't stop. And they can't stop. They just think, oh, well, we got 20 votes out of that one, we'll get 20 out of somewhere else.
Yeah, it's frightening.
Yeah, well, it is quite frightening. I mean, the thing is, if you're going to start banning things, just ban cigarettes. Don't bother bringing a thing in where you're not going to be able to get them again. Just say, oh, well, they actually kill you. Let's ban them all. But,
yeah, I always thought being a conspiracy theorist was like a young person's thing, but the older I get, the more
you can see
I get suspicious of everything.
Yeah, especially with them. I mean, the real reason they've done that, I say, is because they're not doing very well. It's about the last ditch attempt they've got to win an election. And I voted for him, so it's an honest opinion. And it's like, well, we'll get. I mean, I think Corbyn did it the time before when they were trying to get Labour, and he was like, if we get him, we're going to give free tuition to people at university, and I want to reduce the age for voting down to 16. The idea was give them free, or promise them free tuition at university, and then get them to vote for you. That was what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they didn't get in, and all the kids are running around going, "When are we getting the free tuition then?" Well, no, actually they didn't win. Stop spamming that show at 9ish on Fridays.
The other guy they were telling you was Ian, Mick. Is who
yeah, Ian, that was right, yeah. Yeah, the only thing was he doesn't eat takeaways. What else didn't he do? He doesn't drink. Imagine meeting him at Expo. Boring.
Ian?
Yeah, he works for Black Rose.
Oh, above the clouds?
No, he works for Black Rose.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Yeah, there's another guy who works for Black Rose.
Doesn't he eat takeaways?
He doesn't eat takeaways, and he doesn't drink.
Well, he's a chef. Oh, he said he cooks his own stuff. I mean, leave him alone.
Well, he needs to work harder.
I could
make a good
stuff
Big
a
Mac
lot better
sauce.
than anything else, and you can,
You could maybe, like I said. He actually makes his own curry, so that'll be interesting. He's got to bring some of that to Expo, didn't he? Are you going to Expo, Gaz? Are you going to make it?
I was. Originally, I was going to have a stand there, actually, an Atty-Stack stand.
Right.
But then a wedding popped up that I've got to go to in Devon, so I won't be going.
All right.
People get married all the time. You can go to any wedding you want to anytime.
Yeah.
There's only a Vape Expo a couple of times a year. So there's weddings. I mean, I'm sure there's one going on right now if you want to go.
Probably
in Vegas.
Yeah.
Probably a stripper in Vegas, but you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, so weddings, hell, you go to a wedding anytime.
It also never been in a chippy.
Never been in a
I haven't either, so.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's definite, isn't it? Really? Mate, you've had fish and chips there, haven't you? At the casino.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in Long John Silver's if you want to consider that a chippy. I don't think that's quite right.
What's Long John Silver's?
Yeah.
Sounds like something out of Benidorm. Boo, no Gaz at Expo.
Hanky is absolutely right. I was told I booked a hotel, it was all organised, and then a wedding popped up. Family member can't get out of it.
So the thumb came out on top of the forehead, and you are going.
Shut up, Gaz. You're going to a wedding.
Hey, but that's how far away?
It's only
How far away? The wedding?
When's the expo? Couple months?
May.
Yeah.
Oh, so shit, you're still good, possibly. You know, they may break up, get pissed at each other. Who knows? Well, I mean, hell, you may be all right.
I keep sending pictures of like nudes of girls to the bloke, and then hopefully the future wife sees it.
What you want to do?
Yeah.
A bit of AI. I'm sure you could do it. But get Anki to do it. He'd do a bit of an head swap on something. He could get that bloke walking down the road with anybody, couldn't he? Really?
Yeah, and then you get out of the wedding, you get to go to expo, and everything's fine. Yeah.
I mean, it may wreck the rest of his life, and he may, get a bit suicidal and that, but that's not your fault.
But
At least you got to Expo.
Yeah. At least you get to go Expo.
If he says anything, they probably would have split up anyway.
Yeah, that's right. It was not meant to be.
That's the thing. I don't think they're going to miss me if I'm not there.
Perhaps Mrs. Flatcap could go there, and you could go to Expo.
Well, I'll only spoil the family photographs anyway, because it's just everyone, and then it's just me. Like,
just your chest.
Just stand way back so they can still get you in the picture.
Yeah, I have to crouch.
Don't move back.
In the pigeons. Annoying.
How tall are you? What are you, 6'5", 6'6"?
6'5", yeah.
Yeah, I'm 6'3". My youngest brother, he's 6'5", and my lad's 6'5". So we're quite tall.
Tall, yeah.
Apart from my oldest brother, he's like up to on my shoulder. So I don't know what happened. We always reckon he had a bad tit or something, really. He never got growing.
That's not the one that was adopted, right?
That's the youngest one. Yeah, he's adopted. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we always tell him he's adopted. Well, he's 12 years younger than us. There's no way, is it? He's got to be adopted. I'm sure he is. That's what I've been telling him anyway.
About a year ago, I was picking up the twins from school, and they're little 5-year-olds, and they all come out of their classroom and into like this school playground, and there's all these cute little 5-year-old kids all trotting along, and then there's my 5-year-old daughter Lily, who's big. She's a big girl, and she's towering over him. She looks about 4 years older, and I felt it was almost embarrassing. I never realised how big she was in comparison to
They'll catch up.
So tall.
They'll catch up.
Yeah.
Hopefully. My daughter's tall as well.
Some men. Oh, really?
Not as tall as my son, obviously. She's not 6'5", but she's definitely not short by any means. And but the eldest two, their dad is not very tall at all. So my grandson isn't very tall, and he's obviously feeling it as well because when he goes to family dues and all these big towering, my brothers and me and our side of the family are all massive, and then he tutters in. It's not very big. Anyway, we better go. I'll let you get to bed. I'm sure you've got some electricianing to do tomorrow, have you?
I do, yeah. But it's been manic recently. But no, it's been really nice to come on actually. And just have a chat for a while. And all that.
It just is. You're more than welcome anytime. Just if you're fed up on a Monday, give us a shout and pop in.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, I'll pop in. Yeah.
Thanks everyone for popping in and saying hello. We'll be back on next week. Same time, same place. Don't know if anybody's going to come on with us next week. We might get Graham on. That'll depress everybody.
Poor Graham. Is he all right? I haven't spoken to him in a while.
Well, he's never all right, is he? There's always something going wrong.
Yeah. Graham's Graham.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fine. He's doing absolutely fine. He does tend to worry a bit, but that's the way it is. Anyway, catch you all soon, everybody. Lovely to see you, and we'll catch you next week. Bye bye.
Thanks, everyone.